Hello and welcome to my first Elden Ring build video, featuring Kaed Ninescarred, the namesake of this channel. This is Kaed, my Paladin of Destined Death. Invasion started 2:10 if you want to skip to that. We got about a month until Shadow of the Erdtree drops, and I've been working on this video for a while. Here is the build. We got a 220 rune level build. Mostly strength, faith, 60 vigor, 65 strength, 60 faith, 47 endurance, and 31 mind, because we cast a lot of spells on this build. Here we go. We got mainly tanky talismans. Our flask has the Opaline hard tier and the green burst crystal tier for a little bit extra stamina regen, a little bit extra tanking. Mainly incantations wise, I'm using a lot of red particle effects, which red and black is my favorite color combination, which led to a lot of that. But we're using a lot of lightning. Fortisax's lightning spear, Ancient Dragon lightning strike, and Malekith's black blade are the bread and butter of this build. We got a couple fire incantations. Those don't even show up in this video. I also don't think I switch my weapon in this video at all. This is a testament to the efficiency of the core of this build. Here are some of the buffs I use. We got Golden Vow, we got the Physic, we got the Blood Boil Aromatic. It's nice when hosts give me the time to buff. Here are the weapons I don't switch to on the build. These are mainly for doing duels in Colosseums and such. Like if I pop in someone, I need an answer to something else. I need some poke, or I need some bleed, some slash, and some hyper armor. Anyway, here's the build. This is it. Let's do this. And here we go. We'll get into it. So Kaed was initially kind of a hodgepodge build. One of the first things I ended up using was the Grafted Greatsword. I ended up with the Mausoleum Knight armor for a while. So early on, I knew I wanted a kind of a Death Paladin vibe. I was feeling strength, I was feeling faith, but as it was my first playthrough and I was going through pretty blind, I didn't know what weapons were coming down the pipe. I didn't know what I was going to get to use, so I just played it by ear, and it wasn't until really after defeating Malekith the first time that I knew really where I was going with the build. Once I got Malekith's Black Blade, I was like, this is the weapon. This is what I've been searching for. So here we are. We're in Mogren, the Dynasty. I got someone up ahead who's throwing down the waves of gold, so I've buffed up. Obviously, once you hear the magic Dragon Breath, you just run. You just hope it doesn't come. And they've done the loveliest thing for me of standing above me on a platform. It just gives me the time. Look at that. 2 lightning and a clean finish. So, these are some of the ways that the invasions can look with Kaed. If people engage me, then I try and out hyper armor them, make big trades with the sword, with the Ash of War, with the Ancient Dragon incantations, which all have real good hyper armor. Or if they give me space, then I'll incantation them from a distance. Like this. Guy gave me time by getting caught on the wall there. I didn't hit him with it, but yeah. So I've gone with the lightning a couple times, and now I see the friend coming, and so I go with lightning again, because he got stuck on the wall too. And look at that, it pays off. And then we get our first example of my biggest failing as an Elden Ring player, which is face tanking everything forever. If I get hit once, I will try it 2 more times. After a couple of mishaps here, I end up down in the rot. But look at that. I face tank harder than that host did. And that's a lot of this playstyle. Is when I was fighting bosses, there were a lot of times when me and the boss died at the same time. I face tank and I trade. And sometimes I win. And almost all of my losses are just a real messy. I was at a quarter health and I knew I should have healed, but instead I tried to get off 1 or 2 more attacks. So, you know, patience is key. I don't have a lot of patience. Here we go. That was one. That was a nice loss for you. Oh, I saved this one because look at that synchronicity. Look at them go. I hope they're having fun still. Here we go into the Cave of the Forlorn. Sometimes when I invade in caves is when I'm most likely to put on the host mirror. Because I like to just not have any light and sneak up on them. But in this one they were right there ready to fight. So I didn't take the time for it. Fighting 2 people in an enclosed area like this. So with the Black Blade, now this was a bad chance, I shouldn't have done it there, but with the Black Blade I try and not let people come around to my right. That was beautiful. I love that one. Anyway, I try not to let them come around to my right when I'm casting that incantation, because if they keep strafing, then and you get locked in the animation, there's nothing you can do about it. And that's how I often beat people that use it against me. But I do like the ability to be able to switch targets in the middle of the animation, so you can throw 1 beam at one and 1 beam at another and try and keep some distance. This place, I love this place. We got the forever soldiers that fight forever. Gave me time to buff up, and then I just get to come in, chase the host off the ledge. We got 2. Ooh, lightning back at me? No. And then I get the big boy with the shield. Oof. Yeah, I'm just hitting so much harder than they are. Tanking so much more with the Dragon Crest Great Shield. Here we got the host has come back up. Got a little bit of a lag. You can tell that the latency is a little bit off because it's taking a bit of time for the damage and for my hits to show up on him. Now we just get to chase. Look at him go. Oh, he's just gonna go get that. He's just gonna make a beeline all the way. You want to get that lever. His buds are dead. He's got Scarlet Rot. Surrounded on all sides. There we go. Another late hit. That is what? Is that the 3rd time this invasion where I got somebody down to like less than 20 health and gave him a chance to heal again? I think so. Anyway. You know, that host tried. That host made a beeline for it. I'll give him that. Yeah. Me and the boys. Hey, Kaed. What do we got here? Oh, yeah. Zamor Ruins. This was a good one. So, this is, you know, anytime I can see them waiting for me, I'm a Paladin. I'm going to take time to buff. This is not a stealth character. This is like, if you give me time to prepare, okay, I'll take it. Having the Blessings Boon going and just getting that much healing. So this is great. Hyper Armor through the lightning. Summon's dead from the get-go. Host is almost dead. Has another sliver of health shot. Those happen a lot in this video. Okay, here we go. Got some Hand of Melania action. Give them some more lightning from a distance, because, yeah. You know, if they don't move, that's almost 1,000 damage. What? Oh, yeah, I see another, like, just the tiniest sliver of health. Here we go, I face tanked that. Didn't roll at the right time. We're both monitoring our FP very well. And then I'll often hit a point, especially in duels, if it's just one, if there's just the host left, and we've been going for a bit, I switch into greatsword mode, and that's when we two-hand it. Now watch this coming up right here. Here we go. Boom. That right there is, I would say, my strongest weapon when using a two-handed colossal weapon, is the ability to run, jump, and then mid-jump you change directions and line up a running heavy R2. And what you'll do is you might be running forward, but you can immediately, as if you were running back the other direction, comes in swinging with a heavy overhand chop, and that catches people a lot because it's a really surprising gap closer that they're kind of not expecting, having the sprinting one way, the jump, and then immediately moving in the other direction full tilt. I love this. So, you missed, because I'm only saving clips on Xbox, we missed the beginning of this invasion, which is just, I spawned up here on this platform with no way to get to it, and I'd just been shooting at that guy for a while, and I think I'd gotten him out of health pots and such. Gotta be careful when you're up on ledges. This the downfall, a little bit of foreshadowing here, is when you keep shooting with the jar cannon, you take steps backwards. And also, it took me a bit to realize here, is that if you lock on, you can get a better angle than if you're trying to aim. You can, but it's harder to, you can't lead when you're locking on. But here we go again. There's multiple shots, and I'm just slowly taking those steps back. This guy, his great shield and his giant crusher, valiantly fighting an abductor virgin by himself. What a beefy boy. Very. This is one of the genres of hosts I see a lot up at level 220. Is big poise armor, big shield, giant crusher, and you'll see this guy doing it in a bit here. But there's a lot of guard counters. Oh, and there we go. It was time, and we knew it was coming. And let that be a lesson to everybody. Don't keep shooting until you fall off backwards. And also, lessons to hosts and everyone is you gotta have some way to deal with people that are just sniping or something from up above. You need a way to either knock them off what they're shooting you from, or do more damage to them than they're doing to you, so that they know they have to come to you, otherwise it's not going to end well to them. And here you see me trying, ooh, look at that, see, there we go, I did another one. I was running one way, landed, and was immediately hitting him with a running R2 coming back the other direction. Took him by surprise. GG to Giant Crusher Radon with the Spartan Shield. Here we are, another crumbling Farum Azula. I've been really enjoying getting all the invasions up in Farum Azula these days. It's my favorite. Aesthetically, it's my favorite part of the map. It's really fun in New Game Plus coming through here. Everything hits hard. There's floating rocks, lots of lightning. Everything feels very... It feels like you're playing... You've made it to the end game in like a Final Fantasy or a
Tales game or something. You've hit the part of the game where the map doesn't matter anymore, and now you're in the sky, and there's lots of floating rocks everywhere. Well, here you can see that I've found these two. They haven't quite made it to the first ancient dragon you fight on that long bridge area yet. And we're having an R2 off. Oh, L2 off. Boy, are we. Everybody's using their Ashes of War. Ooh, Rivers of Blood without any FP. Beautiful. And then, here we go. We're all just trying to trade. Here we go. Two boys with the Malekith sword swinging them at each other. Just so many red particle effects. And then I didn't heal when I needed to. Got him down to a sliver. I probably ended that fight with like three red pots left. Okay. Man, I only start with 4, so maybe not. You'll notice on Kaed that I have a lot of FP. I ranked up my mind high enough so that using a blue pot, I had slightly more FP than would be refilled when using a blue pot. I was in one of those moods where I'm like, I cannot waste anything. And in more passive invasions, okay, you see, yep, look, I face tank, I got greedy. It happens. In more passive invasions, if we're out in the open world or chasing people down, I've got so much FP, and I've got big heals on the build that I don't need that many health pots in the moment. Oh yeah, this was one of those ones. It was a clip where I saved it and I got 2 invasions in the same clip, which should tell you about the length of these, as I can only save 3 minutes at a time. I've been out in the mountaintops of the Giants farming Arteria leaves from that one troll right over there. And that's why this is a fast one, because it's a Radagon Fogwall invasion. Here we go. We've got one person who's here, one person who's AFK, and it's not going to go well for them. And we get to turn this into a down the hallway Destined Death off. But I have more Destined Death. And so, good luck next time. I hope Radagon goes better than that. Cheers to you. Well, I believe this is the final invasion of the video. So thank you all for watching. This is my first real video on YouTube. It was my first Tarnished, level 220, Death Paladin of Farum Azula. It's been a blast. I've been playing this game almost non-stop for the last 2 years, and I've got about 7 or 8 builds. But yeah, I wanted to start showing it. I've been following people like Bertrude and Saint Riot and Infomercial and Ratatoskar, and getting a lot of good ideas on just how to be part of this community. So thank you all. Like if you liked it, subscribe if you want to, and there'll be more. Cheers.